everyone! For today's topic, ang ating pag-uusapan ay ang mga visas na available dito sa Canada na pwede mong gamitin to come here sa Canada. There are actually two types of visas here sa Canada. Yung tinatawag nilang temporary resident visa at yung permanent resident visa. So what is temporary resident visa? So ano bang ibig sabihin ng temporary resident visa? So ang temporary resident visa is ito ay binibigyan ka lang ng certain time or certain period of time to stay sa Canada. So halimbawa, 6 months lang or 1 year ka lang dyan. So yan po ang ibig sabihin ng temporary resident visa. At ang permanent resident visa naman, ito po ay status na binibigay ng Government of Canada for someone na hindi Canadian citizen na manirahan dito at mag-work ng walang limit of time or walang period of time na binibigay sa kanya. Ang una muna natin i-discuss today is the temporary resident visa. So, ito yung listahan ko sa mga samples ng visa na belong sa temporary resident visa. The first one is student visa. So, who can come here in Canada using student visa? So, anybody, as long as wala kang criminal record. And then, as long as you will be able to provide the documents that they needed. Aside from that, sino ba ang pwedeng mag-apply dito? So, wala pong pinipili. Any nationalities can come here and study. So, wala pong age limit ito at pwede kayong pumunta dito kahit 40 years old ka na or 50 years old ka na at gusto mo mag-aral using the student visa. You are welcome to come here and study. So, yun po ang kagandahan. No strong ties needed. Any nationalities can come here. No age limit. But the only thing you need to do is just get the requirements done. And also the proof of funds. Kasi kailangan ng proof of funds, especially the student visa, because mas malaki ang babayaran ng tuition fee dito kung ikaw ay international student. Halimbawa, ako ay galing sa Pilipinas at hindi ako residente dito sa Canada. Instead of 5,000 Canadian dollars lang ang magiging tuition ko sa pinili kong program, ito po ay pwedeng magiging 15,000, magiging triple o doble po ang babayaran yung tuition fee. Kailangan nyo pong may proof of funds kayo na yes, you can afford the tuition fee and the whole duration of your program. So, kailangan mong may pera ka na i-proof mo na yes, you can afford to stay here while your program is ongoing. The good thing about the student visa is they actually allow you to work but not full-time. So, they are only allowing you to work for 20 hours per week. Follow the rules kasi pag matapos naman ang program, pwede na kayong maging full-time worker. The second one is the visit or tourist visa. So who can apply for this? Anybody, as long as you have the proof of funds to testify that you can afford the whole stay or the whole duration of your stay. Do I need to have a relatives to come there using the tourist or the visit visa? Not necessarily. As long as you can provide the proof of funds that you can afford the whole duration of your stay, you are welcome to come here using this visa. But if you have relatives, that would be good. And then, the good thing about this also, if you don't have money, for example, ako ay gusto ko mag-apply ng visit visa at wala akong trabaho, wala akong bank statement, wala akong employment, wala akong maipapasang employment status, I have relatives here dito sa Canada. They can be my sponsor. So, ang sponsor ko ang mag-provide ng mga requirements needed. Like, mostly, the sponsor will be the one submitting all the requirements since siya yung mag-prove na yes, he can afford or she can afford your stay dito sa Canada. Pangatlo is super visa. So, who can apply for this? So, super visa is actually given only sa parents and grandparents. So, sa lolo, lola, parents ng isang resident dito sa Canada. So, halimbawa, ang parents ko gusto kong pamuntahin dito at ako is isang resident na dito. So, I can use the super visa for them. So, ang kagandahan sa super visa compared to the visit visa, the super visa is actually a multiple entry. They can stay longer until 5 years straight. So, yun po ang kagandahan kasi ang visit visa is only allowing you to stay for 6 months. The fourth one is the business visa. So, who can apply for this? with business visa. So yung mga tao na pumupunta dito with business purposes. So binibigyan po sila ng 6 months also to stay here dito sa Canada. And the fifth one is work permit. So who can have work permit? You can apply work permit even you're inside the Canada or outside the Canada. And then you can go to IRCC website and see what are the requirements for the work permit. So maybe patience you have right now is one of the skills that they're looking. And then also, we know na marami mga agencies na nag-claim na tumutulong papunta dito sa Canada, nagpo-provide ng mga jobs. But beware, always beware, and then try to check if that agency is legit. Baka masayang lang yung pera na ginastos nyo for processing fee. Kasi alam natin na hindi biro ang mga hinihingi ng mga processing fee nila. So, check po if legit yan bago po mag-invest or magbayad. So, I think that's all for the temporary resident visa. Nasabi ko na ang mga basic information about how to get the temporary resident visa. And then, if you have any questions regarding with this or additional information, comment down below. And then, yes, if you have questions also, just comment down below. I will try to answer that. So before I will end this video, maybe you have questions like, since it's a temporary resident visa, does it mean uuwi ako pagkatapos ng aking visa? Depende na po yan sa inyo. Kasi po, ito po ang student visa. After you finish your program, pwede ka pong mag-work dito. Pwede ka pong kumuha ng work permit. So, actually, may bagong rules sila or policy na they extended those visitors na nag-a-apply dito sa Canada ng trabaho. They don't need to exit Canada if they find a job. So they're allowing it now to those visit visa holder to find a job dito without exiting if they will receive a job offer. So ito po yung kagandahan kasi extended na for 2 years. So yung mga nandito yung nandito na sa Canada with the visit visa holder or tourist visa holder, yes, grab the opportunity, look for a job. And then if you're not yet here in Canada, come here right now using visit visa. And then find a job once you're here. And then yung super visa. So if they want to stay here longer sa Canada or manirahan dito, they can get the PR or the permanent residency. And then the business visas, yes, they can also extend their stay by using another pathway. They can apply a work and get a work permit. Same with the work permit. If the contract finishes already and they still want to work, they can extend or renew their contract, or they don't want to work with the same employer, then they can find another job. Marami pong pamamaraan kung paano po ma-extend ang visa nyo at hindi makauwi sa Pilipinas. So, depende na po yan sa inyo kung kayo ay uuwi or magstay dito sa Canada. Bakit maraming Pilipino na ang gumagamit ng temporary resident visa if pwede namang kumamit ng permanent resident visa? Permanent resident visa po ay maraming pamamaraan para makuha dyan. Pero minsan may mga requirements kasi na minsan hindi natin nami-meet agad. That's why maraming Pilipino or ibang lahi na una nilang ginagamit is yung temporary resident visa, kaya ng student visa. So bakit maraming kumukuha ng student visa? Ang student visa is another way for you to come here to Canada even you don't have any relatives. You don't have any strong ties dito sa Canada. And then, this will allow you also to have a work permit to work here in Canada. And then, once you will have a work permit, and then you will be able to get already a Canadian experience, you can already apply to the permanent residency. So, ito po ay parang stepping stone lang po to get the permanent residency, and then afterwards, permanent residency, you can apply already after permanent residency to Canadian citizenship. Ang temporary resident visa ay hindi lang po dyan nagtatapos. May stepping stone po, parang ito lang po ay mga stepping stones to get the PR. And by the way, make sure na sa pagpili mo ng school is na-check nyo na that school will give you a post-graduation work permit because ang post-graduation work permit, ito po ang way nyo para makakuha ng open work permit dito sa Canada. Bakit kailangan po ng work permit? Para makatrabaho dito sa Canada at magkaroon ka ng Canadian experience. At once you will gain already a Canadian experience, you will be eligible already of getting the permanent residency through the express entry visa using the Canadian experience class since nakatrabaho ka na dito sa Canada. So, this topic is actually a very dynamic topic and quite confusing since it's really huge. Sana hindi ko nagulo yung isipan nyo and instead nabigyan ko kayo ng kasagutan. For now, ito munang temporary resident visa ang pag-uusapan natin and then I will be making another video which will be about the permanent residency or the PRV, permanent resident visas. I hope you find this video helpful. O talaga to para makatulong. At see you for the next